Well, there is now an open investigation into a case involving the owner of suspected neglected horses in Bayfield County.
And we do want to warn you, some viewers may find the following images very disturbing. A court-ordered inspection warrant allowed authorities to gather evidence and further investigate the conditions and the treatment of horses living in the town of Bell. Now, this led to the sheriff's office seizing more than 15 horses from the property. They were then examined by veterinarians and were supposed to be returned to the owner today, who, according to Bayfield County, has been cooperative. Now, just this morning, the sheriff's office referred the investigation to the district attorney's office, who can now decide whether or not to press charges or to send it back for further investigation. We will, of course, keep you updated.